Hi, my name is Lindsey Robles. I am a community liaison in neighborhood services under the mayor's office. I moved here 2 years ago from California, where I was born and raised, but my family is Mexican and we used to go to Mexico every summer for 3 months. So I'm very, very connected to my roots, but I've slowly but surely made Pittsburgh my home now. I studied political science and Spanish linguistics and then got into the Choral Fellowship of Public Affairs here in Pittsburgh. That was only supposed to be 9 months, but I ended up loving Pittsburgh, so I stayed for a year, and then I started working for a state representative in District 24, which was where the mayor used to be the state rep. After that wrapped up, the mayor asked me to come back to work for his neighborhood services team, and I was more than happy to do so, and I've been here ever since. I think it would start when I was very young. Most of my family, actually my entire family, went into teaching in the education field. Being a first-gen student here in the US was something very new to me, and being able to navigate that, figure that out was hard enough, but then not having a role model close to me that I could ask questions on how to get involved in public service or even in local government was a challenge in itself. I appreciate that challenge because now I can give that back to the community and really help maybe youth that are interested, especially with really amazing programs that the city has to create that pathway for our youth to get to public service. A typical day for a community liaison is quite different, and so I work with most of the north side. I work with all of Oakland, I work with Polish Hill, I work with Bloomfield, Garfield, and Friendship, and so they're in different areas of the city. We're here because we really care. You have to be in this position of work and this type of work because you wake up wanting to have a better city every day. As someone that's not from Pittsburgh, I fell in love with the city, and I'm here because I get to connect with residents and they trust me not only with their families, but they trust me with their communities and their neighborhoods. And so what that means is coming to work every day, coming to do what I love, but also coming in to, in a way, be their voice for all the departments, and even if that means, talking to the mayor and saying, hey, this specific neighborhood needs this, like, what are we gonna do? What is your administration gonna do to help them? I'm really lucky to be working under a leadership both with the mayor and his exec team that also think the same way of, okay, what are we doing to improve? What are we doing to actually reach our residents? So it's never a challenge to do that. One of the biggest things that made it easy for me to make Pittsburgh my home was truly the mayor's vision of creating the city as a safe, welcoming, thriving place for all. It wasn't hard to get used to how things worked here, create a Latino community as someone who is Latina. It's very easy for me to say that when I go to events, I see more Latinos, I see a diverse population there. I don't just see it, but I hear the Latino community say, I feel like this is home. And so that really makes me happy because that also means that not just this administration, but this city and all these neighborhoods accept my community, and that just makes me very happy. I think despite people's lives looking perfect, we all go through different challenges and barriers throughout life, but I think once you get to the finish line or to your goal, it's such a huge accomplishment and such a great relief to feel like I did that, right? And I was able to do that, and now I can help those that come after me.